Hello, and welcome to English Pod Studio. I'm very happy that you are here with me today. This video will help you practice English listening and speaking in a very simple and natural way. But at the same time, it will also tell you a little story about something many people love, a lazy Sunday. In this episode, I will share with you how I usually spend a lazy Sunday. Maybe your Sunday looks similar, or maybe it is different. But I believe you will find something here that makes you smile, and you will also get good English practice at the same time. As you listen, try to imagine the pictures in your mind. Repeat some words if you like. This will help you learn more naturally. So, let's begin my story of a lazy Sunday. On a lazy Sunday, I usually wake up later than usual. During the week, I wake up early, but on Sunday, I let myself sleep a little more. Sometimes I wake up at 8, sometimes at 9. When I open my eyes, I feel the soft sunlight coming through the window. The air feels quiet. I don't rush to get out of bed. I just lie there for a few minutes, listening to the sounds outside. Maybe birds, maybe children playing. After a while, I finally get up. I stretch my arms and smile, because I know today I don't have to hurry. There are no meetings, no classes, no long to-do list. It feels so free. The first thing I usually do is make a slow breakfast. On Sundays, I like to make it a little special. Sometimes I cook eggs and toast. Sometimes I make pancakes with honey. I also enjoy a hot cup of tea or coffee. I sit at the table, eat slowly, and enjoy every bite. I might also read something light, like a small article or a page from a book while I eat. After breakfast, I often do something relaxing. Maybe I sit on the sofa and listen to music. Maybe I look outside the window and watch people passing by. Sometimes I don't do anything at all, and that's the best part of a lazy Sunday. There is no pressure to do something important. Just being calm feels nice. Later in the morning, I might take a short walk outside. If the weather is sunny, I walk in the park or around my neighborhood. I look at the trees, the flowers, and the sky. Walking slowly makes me feel peaceful. I don't walk to reach somewhere fast. I walk to enjoy the moment. When I come back home, it is usually close to lunchtime. And lunch on a lazy Sunday is also simple and slow. Sometimes I cook something easy, like rice with vegetables. Sometimes I just eat leftovers from the day before. I don't make it complicated. I enjoy the taste and the quiet. After lunch, I usually take a rest. This is something I don't often do during the week, but on Sunday, I allow myself to take a nap. I lie down on the bed, close my eyes, and rest for 30 minutes or an hour. It feels so good to give the body and mind this small gift of sleep. When I wake up from my nap, the afternoon feels fresh again. I usually spend this time doing something I enjoy. Sometimes I read more from a book. Sometimes I write in my journal. Sometimes I watch a movie or a TV show. If I feel creative, I might even try cooking a new recipe or drawing something simple. The afternoon passes quietly. I don't plan too much. I just follow what feels good in the moment. After the calm afternoon, the day slowly moves into the evening. The light outside changes. The sun begins to go down, and the sky turns soft with colors of orange and pink. On a lazy Sunday, I always notice these small details because I am not rushing. I look out of the window and enjoy the quiet beauty of the evening sky. Dinner on Sunday is usually simple but also a little special. Sometimes I cook a meal that I really like, because I have more time. Maybe pasta with vegetables or chicken with rice. Sometimes I order food from outside just to give myself a small treat. No matter what I eat, I try to enjoy it slowly without any hurry. Eating on a lazy Sunday is not only about food. It is about creating a peaceful mood. After dinner, I often spend time with family or friends. If I am with my family, we sit together, talk, and share stories from the week. If I am alone, I might call a friend and have a nice conversation. These talks feel warm because Sundays remind us of the people we care about. Later in the evening, I do something light and relaxing. Maybe I watch a movie, but I choose something soft and easy, not too heavy. Sometimes I listen to calming music. Sometimes I write in my journal about how I spent the day. Writing helps me see how even small moments have meaning. One of my favorite parts of Sunday evening is reading. I take a book, sit on the sofa or on my bed, and read quietly. It could be just a few pages, but it feels like a special time. Reading on a Sunday night feels different. It feels slower, deeper, more peaceful. As the night grows later, I begin to prepare for the new week. I take out my notebook and write down a few things I want to do on Monday. Not a long list, just simple notes. It helps me feel ready and calm about the week ahead. Before going to bed, I like to make the room quiet and cozy. I drink a warm cup of tea, maybe chamomile or green tea. I turn off bright lights and use a small lamp instead. The soft light makes me feel safe and relaxed. Then I brush my teeth, wash my face, and lie down in bed. I take a few minutes to think about the day. A lazy Sunday is not about doing big things. It is about enjoying small things. Waking up slowly, eating slowly, walking slowly, talking slowly. All of these moments make the day special. I remind myself that even simple days have value. A lazy Sunday gives me energy for the new week. It is like a small gift I give to myself. A lazy Sunday is not only about what I do, but also about how I feel. When I have a slow day, I notice things that I usually ignore during the busy week. For example, the sound of birds outside, the way the sunlight comes through the window, or even the smell of fresh tea in the morning. On weekdays, I move too fast and forget to enjoy these little things. But on Sundays, I give myself time to really see, hear, and feel them. Sometimes I like to sit quietly and think about my life. I ask myself small questions, like, am I happy with what I am doing? What do I want to change? What made me smile this week? These thoughts help me understand myself better. A lazy Sunday gives me space to think, and that space feels very important. I also use Sundays to connect more deeply with my hobbies. If I like drawing, I take out a notebook and draw slowly. If I like cooking, I try a new recipe without worrying about time. If I like music, I play my favorite songs and sing along. On a lazy Sunday, hobbies feel more enjoyable because I am relaxed. There is no pressure to finish quickly. Another special part of a lazy Sunday is spending time with nature. If I can, I go outside to a park or a quiet street. I don't walk fast. I walk slowly, look around, and breathe deeply. The fresh air and open space make me feel free. Sometimes I see families playing, children laughing, or old people walking hand in hand. These simple scenes give me joy and remind me of the beauty of everyday life. When I am at home, I sometimes take short naps on Sundays. A nap in the afternoon feels so good. I lie on the sofa or bed, close my eyes, and let my body rest. Even 20 minutes can make me feel fresh again. On busy weekdays, I don't have time to rest like this, so a lazy Sunday nap feels like a luxury. Sundays also help me practice gratitude. At the end of the week, I think about what I am thankful for. Maybe I am thankful for good health, for my family, or for a small happy moment I had during the week. Writing these things in a journal makes me feel more positive. Gratitude changes how I see life. It makes me focus on the good, even if there are challenges. Sometimes people think that a lazy day is wasted, but I don't agree. I believe a lazy Sunday is a healthy and necessary part of life. Rest is not wasted time. Rest is what gives us energy to work, to create, and to be happy. Without rest, we feel tired and life feels heavy. With rest, we feel light and life feels brighter. As my lazy Sunday slowly comes to an end, I start to notice the quiet changes in my home and in my feelings. The afternoon turns into evening, and the soft golden light of the sun begins to fade. On Sundays, I like to watch the sunset if I can. Sometimes I stand near the window or go outside to see the colors in the sky. The soft orange, pink, and purple make me feel calm. It's like the sky is painting a picture just for me. Watching the sunset reminds me that every day has its own beauty, and it also reminds me that the weekend is almost over. In the evening, I often enjoy a very simple dinner. On a lazy day, I don't cook anything difficult. Sometimes it is just bread and cheese, or rice with vegetables, or soup. The meal is not special, but I eat it slowly and enjoy it. I don't rush. I remind myself that food tastes better when I eat with peace in my mind. After dinner, I like to prepare for the coming week, but I do it in a very relaxed way. I might open my notebook and write a small list of tasks. I write down only the most important things I want to do in the next few days. Making a small plan helps me feel less worried. It makes me ready for Monday, but it doesn't take away the calm of Sunday. Sometimes, I also spend part of Sunday evening talking with my family or friends. We share stories about the week, laugh about small things, or just sit quietly together. Even a short conversation makes me feel connected and loved. I think this is one of the best parts of any Sunday, feeling close to the people who are important in my life. Before going to bed, I give myself a few minutes to think about the whole day. A lazy Sunday may seem simple, but it is filled with small treasures. The extra hours of rest, the chance to enjoy hobbies, the quiet walk in nature, the nap, the sunset, and the slow dinner. All of these things create a gentle happiness inside me. I believe lazy Sundays are not just about doing nothing. They are about giving space to your mind, your body, and your heart. They are about slowing down so you can feel more, notice more, and appreciate more. In this way, a lazy Sunday is not wasted at all. It is a gift to yourself. As I finally lie down in bed, I feel thankful. Thankful for the rest, thankful for the peace, and thankful for the chance to enjoy life at a slower pace. I close my eyes with a smile, ready for the new week, because I know that this Sunday gave me the energy I need for tomorrow. And that is how I spend a lazy Sunday. Simple, calm, and full of small joys. Maybe your Sundays look different from mine. Maybe you spend them with family, or maybe you enjoy adventures outside. But I think we all need some lazy days. They remind us that happiness does not always come from big events. Sometimes it comes from the quiet moments, from a cup of tea, a soft chair, a warm sunset, or a gentle nap. As my lazy Sunday comes to its very last moments, I take one more chance to enjoy the quiet. The night is here, and the world outside is darker. The streets are calmer, and only a few lights shine in the windows. I sit for a few minutes near the window or on my bed and think about the whole day. I ask myself, what made today special? It was not a big event or an exciting trip. It was the small things, the warm tea in the morning, the soft music in the afternoon, the short nap that gave me new energy, the quiet walk, the colors of the sunset, and the peaceful dinner. All of these small moments made the day beautiful in a simple way. Lazy Sundays are not about doing nothing. They are about giving yourself time to rest. They are about listening to your body when it needs sleep and listening to your heart when it needs calm. On busy days, I sometimes forget to slow down, but on Sundays, I remember that life is not only about working or running from one task to another. It is also about being still and enjoying the moment. When I think about this, I realize something important. A lazy Sunday is also a lesson. It teaches me to enjoy simple things, to find joy in silence, and to remember that peace is as important as success. This small lesson stays with me when the week begins. Even when I am busy, I try to carry a little of that Sunday calm inside me. Before I go to bed, I often write one short line in my journal. It might be something like, "Today I rested and I feel thankful." Writing it down makes me smile. It reminds me that even a quiet day can be full of meaning. Now, as I close my eyes and get ready to sleep, I feel ready for the new week. I am not tired or stressed. I am calm. I am grateful. And I know that this lazy Sunday gave me the energy I need for tomorrow. So this is how I spend a lazy Sunday. Not full of activity, but full of peace. Not exciting, but special in its own way. I hope that by listening to this, you also think about your own Sundays. Maybe you have different habits. Maybe you spend the day with family, with friends, or even alone. But no matter how you spend it, I hope you can find moments of rest and joy. Thank you for joining me today on English Pod Studio. Remember, this podcast is not only a story, it is also a way for you to practice English. By listening, repeating, and thinking in English, you are improving every day. Keep listening, keep practicing, and step by step, your English will grow stronger. I am very happy that you stayed with me until the end. Take care of yourself, enjoy your next Sunday, and I will meet you again in the next episode. And goodbye for now.